Now we have to study types of motor, types of DC motor, as we have studied types of generator, shunt generator, series generator, long shunt generator and short shunt generator. Similarly, 4 motors: shunt motor, series motor, long shunt motor, short shunt motor. So motor is again also represented as the equivalent circuit of armature. We have studied this. Current flowing through supply is suppose IL, the same current is going in armature, so it can be also indicated as RIA. And just in previous lecture I have mentioned that this EMF in motor is known as back EMF, EB. So this is representation of a motor. In generator, current was flowing through armature in upward direction. Mechanical to electrical. Generator, current was flowing through armature. Now this is motor, current is flowing through supply, electrical to mechanical. In generator, it was from this side to this side, mechanical to electrical, left to right flow. Now motor, exactly opposite, electrical to mechanical. So current is flowing from, I have indicated this current as IL. Same current is going in armature, so IL is equal to IA. Right? So if we write equation for KVL, this to this, it is V. This to this, minus IA into RA, and this to this, minus EB is equal to 0. So EB is V minus IA into RA. EB is V minus IA into R. So, in types of motor now, we will be writing KVL this way. In generator, we were writing KVL this time. Mechanical to electrical. Now, electrical to mechanical. You can write KVL either this one or this one. Equation is not going to change. But in generator, current was flowing through armature, so we have followed this path like this. Now here, current is flowing through supply, so we will follow this path, and this is the equation. Now this we will use in types of motor. Shunt, parallel combination, armature and field winding. They are in parallel with each other. Parallel means shunt. So current is flowing through supply. At this node, it will be divided here and here. So current going through this is IA, and current going through this is ISH. This voltage is voltage across this, as well as this is voltage across this. Now, series motor, field winding in series with armature. So supply current is flowing, and that current is flowing through winding as well as armature. So IL is equal to IA. One winding is in parallel with winding in series with armature. So that is current IL. Here it will be divided. Current going through armature will be IA plus minus RF, and this IL is divided in IA and ISH. Voltage across this is nothing but this. Now short shunt. Here again current is flowing through IL. The IL is flowing through RF. Now at this point it is divided. So current going through armature is IA and current going through shunt winding is ISH. And for this I will write E plus IARA. Right? So I am writing KVL equation, this path, this path, this path, and this path. And then I will define the currents. So KVL, V current is flowing from top to bottom minus IARA, resistance of this minus EB. Just above I have mentioned equivalent circuit of this. and I have written this equation, right? So where IA is equal to IL minus ISH, current leaving. IL is current entering, these two are leaving. IL is equal to IA plus ISH. So what is IA? IL minus ISH, and ISH will be voltage across this is V and resistance is RSH. Right? KVL. V, same current is flowing, minus IA RF minus this one for this block. IA RA minus EB is equal to 0. There is no current division, so we need not to write these equations for this circuit. Here, this loop, V minus IA into RF, and for this one, minus IA RA minus EB is equal to 0. IL is IA plus ISH, so IA is again IL minus ISH, similar to this one, and ISH is equal to current through this, resistance is RSH, and voltage across this is V. It is V upon RSH. Right? Now this one, V minus IL into RF, this one, and for this again minus IARA minus EB is equal to 0. What is IA? IL is flowing up to this point. It is divided in IA and ISH. So again IA is equal to IL minus ISH. But what is ISH now? Current through this resistance. And what is voltage across this resistance? This minus this. This minus this will be voltage across this resistance. This minus this. So V minus ILRF upon RSH. Voltage across this upon resistance. And what is voltage across this? This one minus this one. This voltage is V, and voltage across this is current into resistance IL into RF. Right? So what we have to do? We have to follow the path, start from supply through armature right equation. Now here IL is equal to IA plus ISH. Current is divided. So we will define I is equal to IL minus ISH. What is ISH? Current through RSH. And voltage across RSH is V. V upon RSH. Here there is no division of currents, only one equation. V, IL, and same current is flowing through armature, so IL is equal to IA minus IARF. Now let us study speed equation of motor. Speed equation of motor. Here we need to remember two things. In shunt motor, this is IA, and flux is generated in winding. So flux is not dependent on IA. Phi is constant in shunt motors. But in series, same current is flowing through winding and flux is generated in winding. As here it is generated in this winding also. But that flux is not dependent on IA. Here IA is armature current, winding is separate, phi does not depend on IA. So phi is constant. But here IA is flowing through winding also. So that phi will be dependent on IA, phi is proportional to IA. These two we have to remember while explaining speed equation. Now, in very first article of motor, we have studied that EB is equal to phi Z N P upon 60A. right? So we have tried speed equation and cross multiplying. It gives you n is equal to ab upon phi into phi z, sorry, z into p upon 60a. A upon z. A is number of parallel paths, Z is number of conductors, P is number of poles. So this whole is a constant. So what we observe here, that n is proportional to EB upon phi. And just today at the start I have given you equation V minus IARA minus EB is equal to 0. Just in the starting we have written this equation. So what will be EB? V minus IARA. So I am writing this EB here. So it is proportional to V minus IARA upon 4. Right? Now we have to write speed equations. So we will see speed is changing from one to other. Suppose speed is changing from n1 to n2. When suppose at speed n1 current is IA1 and at speed n2 current is IA2. Right? Similarly, flux is phi1, flux is phi2. So we will write two equations. Using one, we will write two equations. N2 is equal to, here I am writing N2. Here, V minus, for N2 current is IA2. IA2 RA, armature resistance is constant, supply voltage is constant. Upon phi, so it is phi2. And N1 will be similarly V minus IA1 RA upon phi. Right? So we take ratio of 2 and 3. Two upon 3. Right? Now we have to write this relation for series and shunt modes. Now what I am doing, observe it carefully. Yeah? Got it? EB is equal to 5 P60 cross multiply. We have to write equation of speed. So in EB, since this is constant, N is proportional to EB by 5. And EB is equal to V minus IRA. Just in start of today's lecture, I have mentioned this equation. So I have put in place of EB V minus IRA. Now I am taking two conditions. Suppose speed is N1, current is IA1, flux is phi1. Speed is N2, current is IA2, flux is phi2. So N2, V constant minus IA2, RA upon phi2. N1, V minus IA1, RA, phi1. And equation 2 divided by this. Now we will write this for series and shunt. Now, for shunt motor, phi is constant. Therefore, phi1 is equal to phi2. So, what is the equation? If phi1 is equal to phi2, then equation 4 gives us right. So this is speed relation for shunt motor. Now for series motor, phi is proportional to Ia. Phi is proportional to Ia. That means phi1 is proportional to Ia1 and phi2 is proportional to Ia2. So in place of phi 1 and phi 2, we'll write I1 and I2. So equation 4 will be then N2 upon N1. This is as it is V minus IA2 RA from V minus IA1 RA. And phi 1 is equal to I1, phi 2 is equal to I2. So equation 5 is speed relation for shunt motor, equation 6 is speed relation of series motor. What I have done? I have done for equation 4, since phi is constant, phi 1 will be equal to phi 2 for shunt motors. So if phi 1 is equal to phi 2, then only this one is remaining. And for series motor, phi is proportional to Ia. So phi 1 will be proportional to Ia1 and phi 2 will be proportional to Ia2. If these two are replaced by I1 and Ia2, then the equation of series motor is this. So this question can be asked in exam for 6 marks. Explain speed equations of DC motor. We have to explain equation for shunt motor as well as series motor. Okay, this much is sufficient for today's lecture. And in next lecture, I am going to explain very important article which is definitely asked in exam for 6 marks. Starter, 3-point starter required for DC motors. That is last article of second unit, which I am going to explain. Now related to this, the notes and numericals on DC motor, I will provide you the notes in PDF format. While observing the video, carefully observe it, carefully listen it, note it down in your notebook and practice on it. Okay.